Picture this. It's 2002, you're rocking baggy pants, M. Night Shyamalan still making good movies, and the biggest thing Star Wars fans have to worry about is Jar Jar Binks. It's a Friday night, you just finished a rerun of your favorite Disney Channel original movie, and now you just popped Metroid Prime into your GameCube, and your mind is blown. Fast forward to today, and Metroid Prime has been remastered, and unlike M. Night Shyamalan, baggy pants, and Star Wars, this game is still good. Now, how could what is essentially a 24-year-old game, but with polished graphics, dominate AAA competitors to this day? Let's find out. The Metroid series is so infamous, an entire genre has been defined by its essential design elements. They consist of everything from an open world to non-linear exploration, an interconnected map, progressive abilities, and some light puzzle solving. But while there have been many copycats and clones, some of which are equally great in their own way, Metroid still sets itself apart thanks to its eerie atmospheric design, foreboding sense of isolation, and brilliant environmental storytelling. And Metroid Prime was no exception. It was a fantastic first foray of Samus into the 3D realm, and a big bet from Nintendo to bring back a franchise that was dormant and wasn't even supposed to get a sequel after its original NES release. And it was a bet that paid off. Prime launched to near universal acclaim and helped cement the franchise as a regular Nintendo IP from the 2000s onward. Now, after my recent playthrough of Prime Remastered, I was astonished at how much more fun I had with Prime than most of the 2023 and 2024 releases I've played recently. In a world full of microtransactions, repetitive non-innovative gameplay, excessive focus on graphics, and buggy unfinished releases, Prime triumphs over its competitors. Now, how could this be? I think there are many reasons for this, but at its core, I think it comes down to timeless game design and implementation, culminating in an adoring experience many modern games struggle to match. So let's talk about how that design and development culminates in gameplay first. What makes this game so special is that it successfully fuses various genres. Is it a first-person shooter? Yes. Is it a platformer? Yes. Are there puzzle-solving elements? Absolutely yes. And that blend is so seamless and well executed that it results in an extremely engaging, fun rhythm of gameplay. Every aspect of these elements also points the player toward the main goal of the game though, which is exploration. You never know what's lurking around a corner in Prime. Maybe it's just a new obstacle or a brand new challenging enemy. Either way, this game keeps you on your toes as you seamlessly slip back and forth between exhilarating combat, brilliant acrobatic feats, and an insatiable hunger for discovery. In fact, exploration was such a fundamental goal of this game that Retro did everything they could to ensure players would have a fearless desire to explore, even in such a dark, foreboding environment that the game is set within. To ensure this goal, Retro made the boss battles the most difficult combat elements, and focused on making the platforming as approachable as possible for the player. Nintendo and Retro wanted to take the player on a journey, to put them in Samus's suit and bring alive that sense of isolation and mystery she must be going through. And frankly, they knocked it out of the park. Throughout my 20-hour playthrough, I always felt a natural nudge to keep going, because you never knew what power-up or new ability you'd find. More so, Metroid Prime does a great job at teaching the player on how to use each new ability through environmental storytelling and gameplay as well. You know, sometimes it's a bit obvious, like all the power going out whenever you get the X-ray visor, but most of the time, just like the fusion of design elements, it's subtle, natural, and almost hypnotic. Now, even though the combat had a secondary focus compared to other elements, Prime still offers a fantastically fun first-person shooter experience. It's not as hard-pounding as, say, Halo, Doom, or Gears of War, but again, this game is seeking something different. I loved each enemy encounter, and while they could be a challenge at first, as you learned the enemy types, their weaknesses with a quick scan of your visor, and eventually got stronger weapons, you finished the game feeling powerful and heroic. And that again is such a brilliant nod to how fine-tuned this game truly is. To balance all of these design elements and not have one aspect suffer over the other isn't an easy task. Many modern games try to achieve this, but often fall short. Now, as I mentioned earlier, Retro and Nintendo wanted to instill a sense of dread and abandonment in this game, and they achieved it thanks to its fantastic sense of environmental storytelling and foreboding melodic sound design. Halon 4 offers a bevy of different regions, all of which offer a unique vibe and climate-like atmosphere. And while there are some cutscenes in this game, there's practically zero dialogue. And I say zero because the original North America release didn't include any, but the PAL version did have some opening exposition in the intro. And for this remastered version, there is an option to have such dialogue turned on if you want. But even with it, it's barely a few minutes compared to the multiple hours you'll spend on mission, in silence and awe, basking in the brilliant alien world and its phenomenal sense of timeless art direction. Now, in terms of story, after a short message that a distress signal has been received from a frigate ship, the player essentially has a single prime directive from beginning to end. Chasing after a brand new Meta Ridley in the mystery of some genetically modified parasites, Samus lands on this planet and is off to the races. Through the ebbs and flows of each locale and the numerous optional visor scans, a story is painted of a lost race and a prophecy of a hero of light coming to vanquish a deep evil that lies underneath the surface of the planet. While you, as the player, are Samus, this immersive approach to storytelling creates an almost fusion between you and her. It's a fantastic accomplishment of creating a strong sense of player agency within a predefined character archetype. You feel like you're lost on a giant unknown planet. You feel like you could die at any moment, and you feel like the cosmos were calling you on this mysterious quest to bring peace to a troubled planet. And as the game ends, you breathe a sigh of relief and head home. There's no heavy exposition ending or wrap-up. There are many questions still facing you, but you've achieved your goal. And for now, it's time to go. And again, this is so brilliant because I feel like it keeps you deeply ingrained into the player's perspective. Samus wouldn't know everything at this point, and her journey is your journey. Now, all this praise I'm leaping onto this game isn't truly new, but again, compared to modern games that promise hyper-realistic visuals and game-changing design, Metroid Prime offers an elegant blend of complexity and simplicity. This paradoxical combination brings to life an experience that is both accessible and deeply captivating, standing the test of time as a true masterpiece in gaming. To say it simply, we need more games like this one. But these are just my thoughts. What are yours? Are you a fan of Prime? Are you excited about the potential for us to get 2 and 3 remastered on the Switch as well? Are you worried about the delays for his experience, and do you think we're even going to hear about it anytime soon? What are some other games you think are equally timeless? Let me know your thoughts below. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and as always, happy gaming.